Okay, we're gonna carve pumpkins today with our OXO Good Grips fruit scoopers.
Yeah.
Which makes it so much easier to get the seeds out of the pumpkin, doesn't it? Yeah, so you watch Mommy. See how Mommy does it? Mommy scrapes the sides with it, get all the strings and the seeds. See right there? Scoop it. Really put it into it. It makes it so much easier with the fruit scooper to get all those seeds.
Yeah.
It makes pumpkin carving very easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Should we try the big one?
Yes.
Here, let's take a big scoop out. Oh, big pumpkin and set it right there.
Now, can I do it?
Yeah, get in there.
Can I do yours?
You want to try that one? Okay, I'll try the green one. Okay, now scoop it out. Ready? Oh, look how easy that is. Oh, good boy. Keep trying. You scoop all the seeds out, and then we can carve a pretty face. What do you want to carve on it? Should we do Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Or do you want a ghost? Or should I do a spider? What should I carve?
I want to make a fire engine.
You want to do a fire engine? Oh,
Yeah.
that might be tough. We'll have to look for a fire engine. You gotta scoop all those seeds out first. Then we can clean it up and carve a picture on it. And then put a candle in it and light it outside, can't we?
Yeah, the fire engine.
You want a fire engine? Okay, we'll try to do a fire engine. That might be tough though. Isn't it easy using your scoop? Do you want to do mine? Oh, good boy. That's it. Should Mommy help you?
Yeah.
Oh, yours is tough. Look at those seeds. Scoop. Oh, nice and easy. Look how easy that is. It just scoops right down the sides, right out, and onto our mat. It really makes it so much easier, doesn't it? That's it.
I cannot do it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Try again.
Can I put this in it?
Oh, that's the lid. We put that on when we're done. We gotta get all the seeds. Look at all those seeds still. Keep scooping. And that's how we carve a pumpkin, using our fruit scoopers. Do you like the orange or the green one?
The orange.
You like the big one, don't you? You want to trade? Okay, you do that one. Mommy will do this one. Now we can carve some pumpkins.
Can I?
Ah, look, it's all done.
Mommy.
Look how fast and easy that was to carve our pumpkin with our fruit scoopers, OXO Good Grips.
Mommy, do mine.
Hooray! Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers.
Set the spoon down. We have our empty pumpkins.
No.
And now we're off to print a picture to carve our fire engine.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Let's do
Yay!
it.
High five! Yeah! Today I want to share with you how we carve pumpkins. And we have just used our OXO Good Grips fruit scoopers to scoop out our pumpkins with the kids. My kids now are still too young to help actually carve the pumpkin, so while they take a little nap, I'm gonna do some pictures for them. Now, my kids like to challenge me and ask me for the most hardest things to carve, and I'm no artist, but I have a little trick to share with you. So once you have used your knife to carve out your tops of your pumpkins, and you've used your fruit scoopers from OXO Good Grips to easily carve out your inside pumpkin seeds and set them aside to make roasted seeds later because they're so delicious. And you ask your kids what they want. Now, my son, Booba, has asked me for a fire engine, which I didn't have the space, I didn't have a big enough pumpkin to actually do, and luckily enough, he's changed his mind and has asked me for Olaf. Now what I do is, because I can't draw, I print off a stencil from Google and I cut out as close as possible I can to the actual carving and I tape it on the side of my pumpkin. Try to find the flattest and nicest part of your pumpkin so that your picture lays as flat as possible. And as you can see, because it's round, it's going to bend a little, so when you're curving it, make sure you fold exactly on the line so that the mouth stays straight. You don't want to start carving and realize that your paper's moved because you didn't tape all the way around. Another thing is all pumpkin stencils and templates on Google Images are one size, A4, and because my pumpkins are quite small, because my children pick little pumpkins out, I always use pitmonkey.com to resize the photo to the size of the pumpkin. As you can see, Missy Moo's pumpkin's a lot smaller, and she's chosen Doc McStuffins, or rather her brother helped her pick Doc McStuffins, and I've had to make it quite small because it's a tiny pumpkin. Also, you see Doc with her headband and her hair really needed a lot of folding, so you gotta be careful of folding and making sure they stay within the picture so that your picture looks like Doc when you're finished. Now you can buy all those fancy pumpkin carving kits, and you can buy easier tools to help you carve pumpkins. I prefer the good old-fashioned way. I actually use a meat thermometer because the end's quite pokey. You could use a tweezers, I suppose, anything sharp, even a pen. And what I start to do is I start at the corner of any of the one dark spaces, and I just push enough that it goes right into the pumpkin. And I keep doing it so you can go right next to it. It's almost like you're gonna make dots all along every single dark shape, so that once you're finished, you take off the picture and you have a nice template to carve with your knife on your actual pumpkin. So I do it about that far apart, so it's quite close because I'm not an artist and I need to follow closely. Just poking enough just to make that little indent. That's why I use a meat thermometer, because it's quite sharp. So it makes that little indent right into your pumpkin, like so. And I always make sure the tips of the corners and the tip here, there's a dot, so that you know where to stop and you know when to take your knife out and turn it. And so we go through the stencil, and now I'll poke all of these, and I'll poke all of these before I even start carving. And then I will remove the stencil and have a nice outline of dots. And then it's just connecting the dots, really. I like to use a little paring knife, but again, you can use pumpkin carving tools to carve out your shapes. When you get to little shapes like the eyebrows, sometimes I either leave them out completely, because in this case you wouldn't notice, it wouldn't change the look, or I just do it a little above it, or you can use a toothpick and tape to keep those little slices in, because they get kind of tricky. Same with probably Doc McStuffins' eyes, they'll get quite tricky, you might need some toothpicks. But this is how I carve pumpkins and give the characters that my children want. Last year we did Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, so this year my challenge is Olaf and Doc McStuffins. So stay tuned and I'll show you when I'm done what the verdict is. And that's how we carve our pumpkins with our OXO Good Grips fruit scoopers. So as you can see, I have finished using my meat thermometer to trace all the dark parts of my character that I've taped on my pumpkin. And I have removed the picture from the pumpkin, and you can see the complete outline of the faces. Now I just have to use my paring knife or a pumpkin kit and slowly start from the top and work my way through the face. You never want to start in the middle, otherwise your small pieces get a bit brittle and they can start to break. So I start at the very top with the first dark part of the character's face, and I work my way through the face all the way down to the bottom. And when I'm finished, this is my masterpiece. I now have Olaf and Doc McStuffin pumpkins for my kids. You can choose any character you want. Just Google and click images and type in from Disney characters to ghouls and goblins to spiders to pretty much anything you can think of. Resize to the size of your pumpkin, and you can make a gorgeous pumpkin too. And that's how we carve pumpkins in this house. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more on Halloween.